For QuickBase customers that are looking for a fast, easy, and secure way to send, sign, and track documents that are created and stored in QuickBase, our DocuSign for QuickBase add-on can provide that functionality. This demo is going to show you how you can quickly create a contract record and send it off to DocuSign for approval. So let's get started. I'm going to enter the contract name. So right now I'm just setting up a sample contract that you would typically create within QuickBase. I'm going to enter an email address that I want to receive the document to be signed. And I'm going to save this record. Now I'm going to use another add-on of ours, Exact Forms Plus, to actually create the contract document. Now that the document's created, I'm going to open it just to take a look at it and review it. So you can see here's a contract document that has places for signature capturing, as well as capturing a job title and initials. So I'm going to close this document, refresh my QuickBase screen, and you can see that now there's a button here that allows you to send the contract to DocuSign for approval. But also please note down here, these are the people who will receive the email. And you can see this is the email address I entered in the last screen. And these other email addresses will also receive the document because they also have a role in the process for approval and review. So I'm now going to kick off the integration piece that's actually going to take that document and send it to DocuSign. Note here the email addresses that are going to receive the document. We can also have a routing order. Right now, all three of these email addresses will receive the document at the same time, and this email address will receive the document when all these three have completed their process. I can also add an access code if I want to secure the opening of the document. So let's enter one. This is optional, so it's not required. Now I'm going to create the envelope. So right now we're using the DocuSign API to generate what's called an envelope in DocuSign. So the envelope's been created. If I close my screen now and refresh again, you can see that we've inserted records into our DocuSign recipients table. This is so that we can track each individual's actions with the DocuSign document that they need to review and sign. Each one of them has a role, and you can see that the status right now is empty. Right now the documents are being sent by DocuSign to these email addresses, and when we refresh the screen, the status should change because DocuSign has done its piece and has sent back to us a status update. So right now these documents have been sent by DocuSign, and now we can take a look at our email and see that document and then perform our action. So I'm going to go to my email address for the manager here, which is keithj@choose.tech. So here I am, and I see an email in there to review contract number 51, which happens to be this contract record here. I'm going to open up that email, and I'm going to view it as HTML so you can see that you can control the branding of the email message from DocuSign. I'm going to view the document now. So I'm actually in DocuSign right now. You can see going to the DocuSign website, and it's basically asking me to enter that access code that we entered on the create envelope screen. And if I enter the wrong access code, you'll see that I can't gain access to that document. But if I enter the correct access code, I can take a look at that document. So I'm going to accept the terms of DocuSign's agreement, review the document, and now you can see as a manager the actions that I have to perform on this document. I'm going to sign here, and I'm going to initial here, and I'm also going to initial on the next page. So I'm going to assign, and DocuSign will calculate a signature for you. If you don't like the signature it calculated, you can choose a different one, or you can actually draw your own. But I'm going to actually accept the signature that DocuSign provided for me. I'm going to initial, and see DocuSign jumps you down to your next piece of the document where you need to perform your next action. So now I've initialed everything. I'm going to confirm, and now my piece as Joe Manager is complete. So I'm going to go into the next email address, which happens to be the vendor, and the vendor happens to be test@juicetech.com. That's this email address. I see the email for contract 51. I'm going to open it, view my document, enter my validation code, accept the terms of DocuSign. And now I can see, I actually see that Joe Manager did sign off on their piece, but I'm the vendor here, so I'm going to perform my signature piece. I'm going to accept the signature, adopt and sign, and then I'm going to confirm. And now as the vendor, I completed my process. And there's one final email that needs to be reviewed, and that's from our demo user. So I'm in my Keith Justice at optonline.net email address that I used as the demo user. And again, I'm going to enter the validation code. I'm going to accept the agreement. And you can see that the demo user has a little bit different criteria here. The demo user has to sign, so I'll sign and accept the demo user's signature. And then I also have a job title field that's required. So, and we pass that in from QuickBase, telling DocuSign that we want to require a title. So let's just enter a title, and we'll confirm. Okay, so all of the signature and review pieces are complete. I'm going to go back to QuickBase. And right now what we're doing is our DocuSign for QuickBase add-on is waiting to receive status updates back from DocuSign. And we're going to see right now, this is what the status updates look like right now. And when I refresh, we should see a final complete. So all of the statuses came back from DocuSign as complete. And the next step is, if we refresh again, the document itself should come back to QuickBase, the signed document. And actually it has. So now in the file attachment field, we should have a fully executed document, and we can take a look at that document. And we can actually see what's taken place from DocuSign from a signature standpoint. Here's that document. I'm going to reduce the size a little bit. So you can see DocuSign is updated to include its envelope ID. And again, we're in a demo mode, so that's why you see this demo message. But you can see that we have our manager's signature, our vendor's signature, and then you can see we have our demo user signature and that title that we entered when we were asked to, when we signed in as the demo user. We have our second page of the document, which includes our manager's signature. And what also comes back from DocuSign is what's called a certificate of completion, which is basically a summary of what's taken place. And you can see that it includes the envelope ID. It includes what events took place. So the demo user, when it was sent to the demo user, when the demo user viewed it, as well as when they signed it, and also the same stats for Joe Manager, as well as the other vendor, which was Keith Justice. And also our info@juicetech email was considered a carbon copy user, and they received a carbon copy. We also offer the ability to store this document separately in QuickBase. So if you wanted the document itself with the signatures in one file attachment field, and you wanted the certificate of completion in a separate file attachment field, we offer that option as well. So basically, that's the demo from start to finish of creating a contract, entering an email address to receive the contract, sending it off to DocuSign, reviewing the status during the process while it's out for signature, and then coming back when it's all complete and seeing that the document was now sent back to QuickBase and stored in QuickBase. One other thing that you might be interested in is we have the ability to show some nice dashboard reports to give you a view of what's going on with all your documents as they're sent out for signature and how long they've been out for signature, how many have been completed, and the time it's taken to complete those documents. And again, all this reporting can be stored and completed right within QuickBase. So you don't have to go out. These same reports are available from the DocuSign portal, but you don't have to go out to DocuSign to be able to see some of these reports. We can create them right within your QuickBase application. So that again concludes our demo for DocuSign for QuickBase.